All right, a couple days later, let's go check on the Corolla, see how she's doing. Grabbing a few supplies. Let's see how she's doing. Beautiful day. Let's go in the Corolla and check her out, see how she's doing, see how the battery's doing. Alright, that's where she is. Check that battery. This is a few days later from the first video. 481,000 miles, 805. Started up because of the temperature. Let's get that temperature. 51 degrees today. As you can see, battery's still holding up. So, do you have to keep driving the car so the battery won't go bad? Not really. You can, as you can see, you can let it sit. First video I did, the car was sitting for 2 weeks. This is what 3 or 4 days later. Doing the second video I'll upload in a few days, and we have 481,000 miles, 805. As you can see, the car stopped charging. So right now it's just worrying about warming the engine up, getting to normal operating temperatures. That's it's on 76. It's going to take a little while for the engine to warm up. Let me get 41.5. Well, it's idling, so you're not going to get the best gas mileage while you're idling. Let's go back to the battery. As you can see, it's not charging. Come on. Because the computer doesn't want to charge it. All right, it's more concerned with warming the engine up, keeping the engine at normal operating temperatures, because it believes I'm about to use it. I'm about to start driving, and we have to get the heat ready for the drive. All right, so again, we have 481,805. Go back here to the back seats. This is where the battery, the hybrid battery, is housed, and the fan over there with the filter. Now this is where the filter is housed, and it filters out dirt, debris. If this gets clogged up, the battery will overheat, and it'll send a signal to the dash telling you that the check traction battery. So keep this area clear right here, and that code shouldn't come up on the dash. But when this normally gets blocked by a seat cover, which happened to me a couple of times, this will throw the code up front and tell you to check the traction battery. Here, just keep that together. That's what the outside looks like. So this is what the cover looks like. And I believe this is the filter right here. Or it's a combination of this and this. This is the fan. Inside, so look inside. So you would just either change both of these or one of these. With this filters the air coming in to cool the hybrid battery. And you can see the warnings here. Then you just lift this seat up to access the hybrid battery. Yes. Give you a little peek. Of course, it's covered up and protected. One day we'll get in there. Let's get this back on. Hooks there. That's the hole where this goes in at. Tabs here. So when you order the filter for the hybrid battery, now you know what it looks like. Alright, that's what I used. Phillips and a flat. Alright, let's go over a few things that you're going to need when you purchase a hybrid car or the Toyota hybrids. Again, that's the battery, engine is off, 10,000 mile oil changes. Well, the dealership tells you to change it at 10,000 miles. All right, I've heard 7,500 miles and 10,000 miles, and the manufacturer says the maintenance light comes on at 5,000 miles. So what I do, you can do whatever you want. I change my oil between 5,000 and 7,000 miles, and I look over because it's a maintenance light. All right, my car says maintenance, so that doesn't mean specifically oil. All right, so I look over my car, check it for the tire wear, check under the car, the suspension, steering, smell of fuel, check the gas cap at 5,000 miles because it's maintenance. All right, the brakes. I drive a lot, so I know the condition of my brakes. That's not really a big issue. But let's say at 50,000 miles, which is coming up really soon, I'm gonna take a tire off, look at the brakes, inspect the brake areas, brake pads, brake calipers, brake hoses. All right, and it's been about 3 months. I bought the car in June. My fuel cost is, if you follow my videos, you know I drive a lot, not the Corolla anymore, but the RAV, and as you see, it's idling, so it's not getting great gas mileage when it's idling. Car starter back up again, engine. Alright, that's more than likely due to the temperature. It's trying to keep the temperature right. It's not even fully hot yet, so you're gonna lose miles per gallon when the car is idling. So in the RAV, I'm putting about between $34 and $25, depending on how much I drive. My longer days, I'm putting about $34 into the gas tank. So here you're gonna put a little bit less, probably about $10 less, 10 to 15. It depends on how much you drive. But in the Corolla, very fuel efficient car. I remember when I first got this car, I was filling it up. This is in 2019, 2020, under $20. Sometimes I'll put $15 in from empty. You know, back then, you know. So you're gonna get great gas mileage in this car. Let's pop the hood and take a look inside. Now let's go over some finances, some cost on how much this is going to cost to maintain. First and foremost, the oil, 016 oil. Can you afford to maintain a hybrid car, or any car for that matter, but the subject is the Toyota Corolla or Toyota hybrids in general. 016 oil. Now I can find 016 oil for $25 a quart. Now that may fluctuate with oil prices. That's Mobil 1. High mileage. This water pump, I don't know if you can see that. Does that look like a cheese grater? Right there. That's the water pump. At around 100,000 miles, that may go on you. You have to consider that as an expense. That's farther down the line for regular drivers. You know, I put 481,000 miles on mine. Then I started to experience intermittent issues. So you guys should be okay for your for at least your first 100,000 miles with the water pump. All right, there is a cost to maintain any car, but be aware that in a hybrid, where you would normally have accessory drive belts, now you have electric motors, so the parts are going to cost more. All right, so that water pump is not just a regular water pump, it's a water pump with an electric motor on it. All right. Air filter, relatively inexpensive and easy to take out and put back in. As you can see, these two little clips here, just pop them out, put them back in. The traditional 12-volt battery, all cars still have them, even the electric ones. I know the Tesla, from my understanding, has a traditional 12-volt battery. All right, the transmission, which is under this inverter, all right, you're gonna need to change that trans fluid. All right, I believe every 30 to 50,000 miles. Now I got away with it changing my trans fluid over 100,000 miles, so you have to consider this. Do you make enough per month to maintain a hybrid car? This is the inverter fluid, which is just coolant. All right, this is where you would add the inverter, the fluid to the inverter that cools the inverter down, and this goes to the traditional radiator system. All right, it's pink. I bought mine from Toyota. All right, you'll have to flush this. Come up here to the coils. Now these are going to last you, original equipment are going to last you. I haven't had any issues with the coils, and probably Denso makes these too. It says Toyota on the side. It's going a little bit. Can you see? Yep, Toyota Denso. All right, should kick back on. All right, let's Spark plugs, easy to do. No excuse, easy to do. Relatively inexpensive. You can go with the original that they tell you to get in it, put in there, or you can go with the cheap ones. It's not going to hurt your car. All right, now when you get to the higher end stuff, then I will be more strict on that. But you can put some decent $6 plugs each end. You don't have to go with the $12 plugs. All right, but again, you can do what you want in your own car. You can go with the original equipment if you want. All right, but that is going to be an expense. You have to consider that in your monthly cost. Can you afford to maintain a hybrid car? Little things like this. This ground strap, I don't know if you can see it. Good, it turned off again. See how you see the green crusties on there? All right, that may give me problems in the future. I may get some communications. Where are you at? Some communications codes. I actually do have some. All right, that may be the cause of that, or it may not. All right, but some battery post cleaner, something like that. Same thing you would use to clean the battery post. You would use to clean the ground straps. Washer fluid, relatively inexpensive. On this one we have a dipstick or a level check. Right there, that's relatively inexpensive. Brake fluid, .3, .4. Really only gonna need to worry about this when you bleed your brakes, and every mileage you're gonna have to flush this. Now, people tend to neglect the, including myself, the brake fluid flushes. But what I would say is change it at the manufacturer recommended mileage, which is just bleed it through the brakes. All right, bleed it through the brakes. If all you have is the ability to bleed it through the brakes, bleed it through the rear. All right, meaning just get a helper to step on the brake pedal, and you open and close the valve, the bleeder valve. All right, you can bleed it like that, and make sure you keep the reservoir topped off. Don't ever let that run dry. So overall, the Corolla Hybrid is a very decent car. If this is the class of car you need for your current lifestyle, I definitely recommend it. Very easy to maintain. Don't worry, you'll like the hybrid much better than the traditional gasoline, although it's heavier, experience less performance, but this thing is not slow. You put it into performance mode, and the RAV is called performance mode. Let's see, drive modes. Okay, power, and this one is called, let's see, power. Yeah, that's power. PWR, let's go through the drives. Eco, normal, and power. So this is 2020 Corolla. So in the RAV, it's called performance mode. So in here in the Corolla 2020 Corolla, it may have changed to 2024. It's power. All right. So overall, good car. And again, 481,000 miles. 805. Now, just you guys that are just starting to watch my videos, the reason why I have so many miles on my car is because I drove deliveries from Manhattan, New York, Queens, Harlem, to Virginia, a laboratory in Virginia, and I did that for over 3 years. Every day, 5 days a week. So I was doing about 700 miles per day. That's why I have so many miles on my car. All right. So that concludes this video. Any questions, concerns, comments you want to make, write down in the comment section. Look in my description box of all my videos for contact information. Check out my live streams, which I do at least 3 days a week, and check out my regular uploads. Until next video.